Hi folks, this is Darren with My RV Works. We're out here in the field. We're working on a refrigerator here, and let me show you what I found. I expect this to be a quick video to show you what I'm doing to diagnose the refrigerator. Customer states the refrigerator is not working on LP, but it is working on AC. So let me just spin the camera around and show you what we got. So to diagnose this, what I'm using is two tools that we make, and you can purchase on our website. But the nature of the video is how I'm using these tools to diagnose the problem. So right in there, this is the gas valve for the refrigerator, and this is going to be a Norcold. Okay, so we got your typical Norcold refrigerator here. So here's the gas valve right there. And so what I've done with my LP Tap Jig, I've got a quick disconnect type tap jig. Okay, so I've tapped into the gas valve right at the tap port. Okay, and then we've got the quick connect there. So this part, I'm doing this one-handed, bear with me, it will snap on. Okay, and then we've got the gas on. So now up at the front of the RV, I've got the gas LP valve turned on. So therefore, if my manometer is connected to the gas valve, then when the refrigerator tries to start on gas, then we should see a reading here going through the gas valve. Now that's the manometer part. The other thing I've got is I've tapped into the two leads that feed the solenoid right here for the gas valve. So if the refrigerator is calling for gas to be heated with gas, then I should see 12 volts energizing my solenoid, and I should see pressure on my manometer, right? Okay, so get you set up here. So here my meter is on 12 volts DC, okay? And I'm using my tap jig. We've got a fuse, inline fuse, and I've got my piercing connectors, and I'm tapped right into those two wires. So if there's 12 volts on that, I'm tapping directly into the two wires here, going right into my meter here at 12 volts DC. And then with my tap jig, I'm tapped directly into the gas valve, and I've got it connected to my manometer right to there. Okay, so let me now go turn on the refrigerator on DC or on gas, and we will watch these two meters and see what they do. Okay, make sure you don't have a glare. So here we can see the 12 volts on the voltage, but 0 on our gas valve. Okay, so that's telling us that the solenoid is receiving power, but there's no LP coming through this gas valve. Now, moments ago, I was tapped into this part of the gas valve. So I've got another little jig that I make, and you can hear the gas trying to tick, tick, tick. This tap, I've got the red cap on it, connects directly into the port right here. So I did that, and I do have 12 inches of water column. So I know that there's pressure on the LP line on this tube right here feeding the gas valve. I didn't show you that part, but this other tap right here, you tap into it right here using the same manometer, and it'll give me that I have 12 inches of water column. The problem is it's not making it through the gas valve here, but we're seeing, okay, so is it the board or what is it? Everything's falling here. So at this point, I think we have a problem with our gas valve. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this gas valve off and see if I can blow through it. But that's where we're at with it. So we've used my LP Tap Jig that I've designed to make quick connect. So when I had the tap on this tap here, it was easy just to kind of quick disconnect this with the quickest and plug it in on this one. And then let me move this out of the way. So with these two taps, I was able to tap directly into the line to verify I have LP pressure on feeding the valve. But now I'm tapped into the valve right in there, and I don't have LP pressure. And then we use these taps on my test lead directly into my meter to prove, do we have voltage? So we know the board's probably not the problem. So using those tools, we were able to determine that there's something going on outside this gas valve. And so the next part of the diagnosis is to go into this gas valve and see if we can figure out what's wrong in there. Okay, I've taken the gas valve off the refrigerator, off this back plate, 3 screws. Here's my gas valve directly. I kept my tap jig installed on it right here, and now I'm using this test lead set. Again, the first time I used it, I'd used these piercing probes to pierce directly into the wire and then connected it to my meter. And now when I'm using the same test lead, but I'm using a different set of connectors, I've got my little alligator clips grabbed to the pins for the solenoid, and then the other end of that I've got another set of leads that connect into the stacking banana plug, and I can connect directly into a 12-volt battery. Okay, but then I've got a second test lead set that I've connected directly onto the back of the first lead, and I've got that one connected into my meter. Okay, so I'm using two of my test leads, one to give 12 volts from the battery directly to the solenoid, but then another test lead piggybacked off of the first test lead, and I'm going to read it on my meter to verify that I'm getting power here. Okay, so the first test lead is going to be my power, piggybacked off of that directly into the meter for that. So we need to do some proving here. So I'm going to connect this to my battery. Meter is showing 11, there's a glare, the meter is showing 11 volts. Okay, so I've got 11 volts going into this directly on those pins. We know this because we piggybacked off of it. And now, I did not hear a click. Did you guys hear a click? Normally you hear a click on those solenoids. I don't. Okay, we can see on the meter here, 0 voltage. And I'm not hearing a click. So at this point, I'm starting to suspect the solenoid right here. And so what I'm going to do, move this around here a little bit, is I'm going to take just a can of office air for computers and stuff, and I'm going to put, stand by. So I just took a little piece of paper towel right there. So if the solenoid is energized and I put a little bit of air through this side, you should see it blow that little piece of paper right there. So over here we've got our voltage coming from our battery going to our solenoid. So I'm going to blow some air in there and see if that blows on this side. Nothing. Okay, so at this point I think it is this solenoid right here that has gone bad. Okay, and I don't have one of these, but I will say we either need to get one of these or just get this new gas valve. So that is the diagnosis of this refrigerator that will not work on LP. It's going to be this is the problem right here. So you've seen how I've diagnosed it. Okay, so I'm going to finish up this video, but hopefully that helps you. We've had a lot of people ask questions about diagnosing refrigerators on the LP side. So I came across this. I don't have a lot of time today to make a longer video. Everybody's going to say, "Yay, hallelujah, yay, Darren's going to make a quick video." But so hopefully we showed you how to diagnose the solenoid. Now, for funsies, I did use two of the tools that I make. So I guess we can consider this like a commercial or something to say, well, hey, how did you do that? Well, I used my LP Tap Jig to check the pressure of LP, both on the in-feed side of the gas valve, which we're getting, and then on the gas valve itself. So that was an LP Tap Jig that we make. I make it myself with my own hands, yay! And you can get information on that following the link down below. The other tool I used was my test lead set, and you saw how I make the banana plugs and all that kind of stuff, and how I was able to use that not only on my meter, but also using it to connect into a battery and put power into a circuit so I can test it. So those are two tools that I make and you guys have access to, and you saw how we used them just now, and it made very quick work of diagnosing this if you have the right tools. So hey, this is Darren. Where are we at? We're in Kingston, and long drive, took us 2 hours to get here. So this is Darren from Kingston, Washington, and hey, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll keep putting these videos out for you guys. So happy camper, same however you work. So this is Darren signing off until the next video. Have a great day.